Hello, just a quick update on the little Bluffton project here. This engine, when I got it, well, there's several things, but it had such a bad run out on this flywheel. It was just utterly amazing. I think a lot of these parts are drop forged, like the crank and maybe even the bearing caps, and definitely the end cap on the piston. I have the piston back out, but you guys are gonna cringe what I did here. Got a couple little brass shims in there, shaved down to almost nothing, like the tip of a razor blade. I straightened the crank out the best I could, and these cranks, this one was rusted, which was okay, but it looked like a machine came up and sheared the ends off like a damn Tootsie Roll. So at the end of the shaft came out, it was a little bit longer. It was cut on an angle, both sides, and bent down in one direction. Really, really crude. I mean, literally like a Tootsie Roll. So it looked like a dog turd hanging out of the end of the flywheel, kind of. I don't know. Maybe I'm too picky. That sort of thing just drives me nuts. So if I could try to fix it, I will. What I did is had it mounted on the cart, and you guys are gonna cringe. Did a little test. I had a pipe clamp on the where it ran out the furthest direction this way, made a little mark with a Sharpie marker, and ran the pipe clamp under the engine. It isn't on the cart now, but through the back side of the cart onto the wood, and just kind of torqued it, and it actually went right back pretty well. Went back into position. And what I did now, I'm gonna cringe again, is with the gib key somewhat out still, but wedged in, was simple C-clamp hooked onto the inside of the engine block with a little block of wood to spur all the torque out, and just nudged opposite of where the bad run out was, and snuck those little shims in there. And boy, did it ever pay off. I was really nervous about doing all that, by the way, but you could see the run out. Man, I could live with that. Trying to spin the wheel and hold the camera still, but that is not too bad at all. So there you have it. I'm going to pull these bearing caps out. Like I mentioned in another video, this looks like where the original bearings were poured in, the babbitt, and they leave that there, so those babbitt caps, you can see it, they fit together like a shell. There's a bottom half and a top half, and they leave that like that so the bearing doesn't spin in there. Well, these aren't, they're just sitting in there on the top, so I might tap and thread this out where it's hidden. The valve cover fits over top of here, it'll be hidden, and put a little brass screw down in there, short of touching the crank, but just nudge against that bearing cap. There is a little hole in the top of that bearing cap. I don't know if it's adjacent to that or not, but I'm going to get that lead and tin, or whatever the babbitt material they used is, out of there. That's pretty much all it is, lead and tin, some nickel. Oh, baby's awake. Alright, gotta go. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.